Hi, I'm Paul Rains. This is Estacada, right outside of Portland, where we have all the strippers and weed that you could ever want, and legally. My Uncle Don is going to help you learn how to overcome fear, being the director of fun that he is. Have fun!
Well, how we doing today? Thought I'd get into a nice homey relaxing spot because, most of the time I'm out and about and happen to be stopped in, so I thought I'd share from here today. How'd you like that introduction? I had to do a little talking to get them involved in that. See, I got some pretty awesome family. And you'll see some others. I got 2 nephews that help me out and a niece. So, is that a little bit misleading? Did it throw you off? Did you think, well, maybe this isn't a video I want to watch? A training, how can you do training on that? Well, we're going to combine it into a few things. Hey, this is Don, and I am the director of fun. And why do I do these videos? Because if you can learn the skills to go out and create a great income and not have to be working all the time to do so, and there's a few ways you can do that, then it allows you to create what's called time freedom and financial freedom. Meaning, you can get out and have some fun in life, you can get out and do things, go places, and money will still continually generate. And that's the key, right? Sometimes we have some things that we need to overcome in order to get to that. And one of those that we're going to talk about this week is going to be fear. It's going to be getting back up when you get knocked down and you're a little scared to move on. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about fear of failure. Sometimes that fear, more often than not, can be fear of success. But let's talk about fear. I was just watching a TikTok video the other day. It was pretty cool. And I don't know if you've all had the chance to ever go to a rodeo. But in a rodeo, everybody gets all excited because you got this guy, and sometimes gals, but you got this guy, and he's going to get on this 2,000-pound bull. Not me, but this guy is. Now this bull, they don't hurt him, but they strap him so they're uncomfortable. And these bulls, they don't like the straps, and so they get to bucking and throwing, trying to get the rider off. Well, the reality is they're really not as much trying to get the rider off as they're trying to get the strap off that's irritating them, making them feel uncomfortable. The result of that is this bull's jumping and bouncing all over the place. But 2,000 pounds of bull jumping all over the place. You're sitting on top, holding a strap, and your job is to stay on. So that's what people go to watch. I'd like you to see it from a different angle. Because there's a little possibility of some danger, getting hurt a little bit from the bull, right? They have these rodeo clowns. Now, people laugh at them and they see them out there with ridiculous hats or the barrel or the made-up faces and all the stuff that they do, but what's their real job? Their real job is if anything goes wrong for that rider who's riding that bull, if they get in a position to get hurt or they get thrown off or unconscious or unable to run fast enough out of the way of danger from that bull, their job is either to get that cowboy to safety or distract the bull so that somebody else can get that cowboy to safety. So here's this video I'm watching, and you don't see everything off from the side. The camera is focused right in by the fence, and you can tell off from the side that this bull, he's having fun, he's throwing people, and he's got the rider off, and he comes running, and he picks up a clown, and he throws him up and over the fence. So this clown, when he gets up to the top, he grabs hold of the rail, gets thrown over to the other side, kind of lands awkward, still holding the rail, jumps back up on top of the rail, jumps back out there in the field, and goes after the bull. That is about getting knocked down and getting back out and going after it. That is about overcoming fear. Do you think that guy was a little nervous? Do you think he had some fear? I guarantee you he had some fear. But he had the courage to go out and do what he needed. He had the guts to get right back up and go after it and do what he needed to do to be successful. He's also one of the best rodeo clowns, one of the best rodeo protectors you'll ever see in the industry. Why do you think that is? I promise you, when he first started, that first time he got out there in that rodeo pit, and there's a bull coming at him, heart check, right? He's still out there. He overcame fear. That doesn't mean that fear isn't there. That means he learned how to deal with it, process it, use courage to override it, and do what he needed to do anyway. Pretty gutsy. Let's talk about some folks in business. So I'm thinking just in general, here's this college kid in the 70s, and I believe it's the 70s. You put comments down below and correct me if I'm off on that. But here he is. He's going to college. He's like, this ain't working. I'm a little nervous, but you know what? I'm dropping out and doing my own thing. I'm gonna build computers. Most people are looking around going, yeah, right, okay. In fact, what people knew of computers at that time, this is pretty interesting. So I'm filming this on a camera built on my phone, okay? And it's got two different cameras in there for the video, and I get great recording, and I can do math on this thing, and I can do digital calculations on this thing, and you name it, we can do it, right? That's why people get smartphones. They're carrying a computer in their pocket for just about everything they want to do. In fact, the video that I put together to publish this will be processed right on this same phone. Well, back in that time frame, the power of a computer that they had took up rooms, big boxes of machinery just functioning and calculating to do stuff. In fact, if you went back a few years prior to him, in the Apollo missions, when we sent those astronauts to the moon, they had rooms of full-size computers working to make that mission a reality, and today's calculator has more capability than those rooms of machines, those rooms of computers. So here's this kid, when computers are not what you and I think of. We didn't have cell phone technology. We didn't have digital, all this kind of, you name it, we can do it. He's in a garage. You think some folks made fun of him? Oh, Bill Gates will tell you on his own that, yeah, there were some folks made fun of us, and some of the folks stuck with him no matter what, and some walked away. You kind of know that story, right? Then there's a guy that you might be watching this if you're catching it on the Facebook side of things, and oh, he's in college, right? Do you think he got a little nervous the first time he decided to go out and step out and do something to try to overtake MySpace as a college kid? Yeah. Here's some other ones that don't have to do with business. You know, I served in the military as a paratrooper. Now, I seen some guys make some pretty amazing jumps over my years. You think they were nervous the first time they got up there? You think they had fear the first time they got out there? Especially to do aerobatic jumps. Low altitude, high altitude jumps, low altitude openings. How about test pilots? You know, we get to enjoy the flights that we take. What's it take? 20 hours at most to get from the United States to the Philippines, and with a few layovers, 5 hours to get to Hawaii. 100 years ago, test pilots got in there, and they got in these machines that some guy in an office, some guy in a lab says, hey, I think it works, but you're going to have to get in the thing out there. You're going to have to get out there and take it up in the air, and we'll monitor it, and we'll see if we're right. Yet they did it. Business. How many people do you know, possibly yourself, each of us individually, have wanted to get out and do something more than what we've been doing? You know, I was just having a conversation with some family members this last weekend, had some things going on, and I had a conversation with one, and they're very complacent to be where they're at. That's not good or bad. I don't point fingers and say that you're wrong, because you're not. Each of us have to decide what we want. But if you're complacent where you're at, and your dreams are kind of over there, and then you're literally willing to tell somebody else or your spouse that, well, we can never have those kind of dreams because I'm not going to change. I can't go out and do that. I'm not going to step it up and learn how to do that. I'm not going to do it. What happens? Dreams fade apart. The goals and the dreams shrink, and you've seen this. And if you get people my age, they'll tell you all about it. What happened? Well, I had to shrink the dreams. I had to bring in that circle, what I thought I could do, what I thought I could have in life, to fit my reality. Because they never chose to go out and change their reality. And yet you watch people all the time, they go out and change their reality. Now, does that mean they get rid of jobs? No, some of them love what they do, and some of them, we don't want to quit what they do. But they do want to create opportunity financially so that they have choices when they're ready to execute those choices, be it based on retirement, maybe a certain age time, maybe they've accomplished all they want to accomplish in that particular career, whatever it might be. Fear. False evidence appearing real. It will feel real. But you got to get past it, and the only way to get past it is to work through it. And your why, the reason that you want to have more, the reason that you want to do more, the reason that you want to accomplish things, all boils down to your why. And if your why is strong enough, you will figure out a way to work through fear. And then there will be times when you're going to get knocked on your butt, just like this cowboy. So let's go back to the person who introduced this video. Now, he's an awesome nephew. Started out as a guitarist, wanted to learn how to play guitar, and at a young age, he could play better than I. You've seen me play. I'm okay, I guess. I do it for fun. I do it for entertainment. He got going pretty good. PJ rocked. But his brother started playing guitar, and as we were talking about this last weekend, he says, I soon came to realize that in the band, my brother was the guitarist, and so he took over the vocals, which he kind of liked better anyway. Did it stop him from getting on stage and wanting to be in front of people musically? No. He got bumped down. He figured out he couldn't do it the way he started, and so he went a different direction. Now, does he still enjoy it? Yeah, he still enjoys it. Does he have fun at it? Yeah, he does. But what if he had quit because his brother got better than him? What if he hadn't worked on the vocals to try to make something awesome, something to work for him? Now, that's his dream. That's his function. That's his life. That's what he lives for. And you'll see that with musicians. What about you in business? Here's another one. And I did this on purpose. Remember in the beginning I said, you know, I told him when he was going to introduce me, I said, just be yourself. Talk to me, just be PJ. So did that startup catch you a little off guard? Well, I want to go back and use that to business too, because, well, how many people have told you you can't do that? That's a scam. Oh, that will never work. You know what? People have been doing that forever and it doesn't work. Does it? For them, it didn't, and it never will with that attitude. For some people, they'll get in and give it all they've got and maybe do everything the right way and still won't work, but they'll find a different path to something that does, and that got them started so that they could go. You have choices. Don't believe just because the headline says it won't work, or the reverse. The headline says, hey, we got the most easiest comp plan in the world that you're going to get wealthy overnight. Can you? Possibly. The reality is it's going to take some hard work, and you got to be willing to get bumped down, knocked down, get back up on your feet and go at it again with everything you got. So some people may like the fact that Portland has lots of strippers and all the wild weed that you can get in the United States. Some people may think that's disgusting, but the reality is it was still an accurate point. It doesn't matter which side of the table you're on. Be careful what you choose to listen and how you use it to affect your mind, to affect your goals, to affect your drive, your vision. Don't let people get in the way of what you want. Just because somebody says it can't be doesn't mean anything. One of the things I learned when I was doing a lot of real estate investing, great instructor I had, one of the best schools and courses that I ever took through this company. But he said, just because somebody says it can't be done doesn't mean it can't be done. It simply means they can't do it. And I have learned that over the years many times. I never listen to somebody tell me it can't be done. It can always be done. They might not know how to do it. That person might not. I might have to go through 15, 20 people or more till I can figure out how to get some resources to get it done, but it can always be done. Elon Musk proves that a lot, doesn't he? Can't be done. Is he a scientist, a rocket scientist? No. Look what he's got going. Is he an engineer? Look what you can drive. Just go out and get it. Dig till you get the resources, get the training, skill up, learn how to make things work, and you'll change not only your life, but you'll change some other lives. Hey, that's my thoughts for today. Here's some things. So here's the deal. If you're catching this on YouTube, I sure would like it. Make sure you comment. Make sure you like it. Hit that bell right over there to make sure that you know when I'm posting something on there. Leave your comments below. I like to have the interaction, see what you think. And most of all, who can you share this with that it's going to help, that it's going to benefit? Whose life can we affect or change? Who's right on that fence to greatness and they don't even know it? Let you and I work together with them, help them get there. Hey, Don, this is Don, the director of fun. I am out of here. Got things to do. Watch for my next video. Look forward to your comments. You guys have a great day.